Hello and welcome to another episode of the Regulation Podcast. This is episode 26. My name is Jeff Ramsey. With me, as always, Eric Badura, Andrew Panton, Nick Schwartz, Gavin Free. Happy Halloween, fellas.
Happy Halloween.
Hello.
Okay. I need to make a retraction right off the start of this episode.
Ooh.
I called Gavin a weasel last episode.
Yeah, I think we all really liked that.
Wrong woodland creature. I've been thinking a lot about it. I don't think you're a weasel, Gavin. I think you're more of a rabbit. You're joyfully antagonistic. You got that Bugs Bunny in you a little bit.
Oh, cartoon rabbit. I was like,
Yeah,
when have I been
cartoon.
antagonized by a real rabbit?
No, yeah, I find very rare. I don't think I've ever been antagonized by a real rabbit, but then Bugs Bunny, I think, is the mascot of all rabbits.
You know who does get antagonized by rabbits? Farmers.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, because
Elmer
they're always
Fudd.
eating their carrots or their greens. They're always trying to keep them out of their gardens.
Is the rabbit the cutest animal that regularly gets bipped?
Raccoon and rabbit, probably, yeah.
Oh, people shoot raccoons?
what do you mean by bipped?
Like, what do you mean? What do I mean by bipped?
I thought I knew what you meant, and then Jeff said raccoons, and that really threw me.
Shot in the head.
I assume you meant in a hunting capacity. Like, I went deer. Like a Bambi situation, maybe?
Oh, yeah.
Deer aren't as cute as a rabbit.
Yeah,
sure.
rabbits get annihilated a lot. I've been following this spaghetti rabbit on TikTok. He's just eating spaghetti every day. So
no.
this could maybe be Gavin. I mean, if we're going sort of, with his background and everything.
I like spaghetti.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Got that Italian blood? You're halfway there.
Yeah, just sort of going right on the nose with it, huh? All right.
We always had rabbits in our yard at the old house, the face house. And I was always surprised because you'd watch them, they'd be babies and then fucking around in the backyard at the beginning of the year. And then by the end of the year, they'd be full grown ass rabbits. And I was always surprised at how lean and kind of patchy a wild rabbit is. They're not like the rabbits you see on TV.
Well, this is also in the middle of a city. They're pretty ragged looking.
Yeah, they're definitely like city rabbits, they've seen some shit. One of them had an eye patch. It was, yeah.
Like me in Call of Duty. That's
Yeah,
perfect.
exactly.
You ever see a rabbit eat spaghetti in your backyard?
you gotta put spaghetti out for the spaghetti rabbit.
Yeah.
We were just giving them bird seed, but yeah, I guess the spaghetti would have been better.
I want to see is there a great, can rabbits eat spaghetti? I was thinking, because there's all these things that dogs can't
you're
eat,
looking
right?
at it.
Yeah, I guess it's fine. I wouldn't have known. But a dog can't eat onions or dark chocolate and stuff. There needs to be an info diagram of
There should be.
lines from animals to food that will kill them.
The spaghetti rabbit, I'd like to imagine, is like the fairy tale the founder of Olive Garden was told as a child.
Put out spaghetti for the spaghetti rabbit.
Yeah, you gotta put
one
it
day
out.
I'm gonna have my own restaurant and I'm gonna feed all the rabbits I want. Never-ending pasta for these rabbits.
I'm glad you said it was spaghetti, though, because it looks like, if you don't know what it is, it looks like maybe the rabbit's lungs came out.
Yeah, it looks like he might be sick, but no, he just sits. There's three or four
no.
videos of this rabbit just eating spaghetti. I'm pretty into it. Also been seeing a lot of jackrabbits. Have you seen the size of jackrabbits?
Yeah,
They're
they're-
huge.
they're big dudes.
Jackrabbits are so big. It's
Yeah.
weird.
Is spaghetti red sauce and marinara sauce, is that the same thing? Or are those different?
I'm not sure what you mean by spaghetti red sauce.
Like
you just talking about,
red
like a
sauce, he
bolognese
means marinara.
type sauce?
Well, that's a bolognese sauce. That's different.
Wait,
Yeah, that is different.
Okay.
Bolognese has meat in it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's what makes it different, but the base, the red sauce in the bolognese is the same as marinara. Or is marinara a different thing? I view marinara as the what do you call it? The mozzarella sticks dipping sauce. Is that the same as pasta sauce?
That's how you view marinara?
When I hear, that's my main association with marinara is for dipping or mozzarella sticks.
What was the most regulation pasta sauce?
Marinara?
Yeah,
I think it's got to be
probably.
marinara.
Yeah.
Okay, so that it is marinara. I was gonna say marinara, but I wasn't sure what the red sauce was called. It would be tough to find marinara in the wild. I don't know where I'd
it's
go.
brighter and I don't know how to equate some of these words to taste and stuff. Or sounds. Like when someone says it's a bright sound or a bright taste. What the Christ does that mean?
What do you mean?
Oh.
While the two sauces share many ingredients, the main difference is in the consistency and depth of flavor. Marinara is a brighter, thinner, and more tomato-forward than tomato sauce.
I think of bright as something like with like acidity, like a lemony or like a not even lemon, but just like a sharpness, something that goes shing, like cuts through a little bit.
Is that
and
what
you
that
go,
means?
oh, that's I
like
don't
a
know, that's-
tang almost.
I take it literally, that it's literally a brighter sauce. It's a lighter red.
Is that what they mean? Oh, I'm
That's
dumb.
how I interpreted it.
I think the way it's written here, it does mean in look, it is brighter and thinner looking.
Tomato sauce is thicker, creamier, and bears some similarity with gravy.
Yeah.
Hence why some Italians call it Sunday gravy.
Yeah.
Literally
that.
brighter. I'm dumb, guys. I don't know.
I think you're doing great, buddy. You're hanging out with Adam and Savage and stuff. Maybe he doesn't know this stuff either.
Adam and Savage.
Adam and Savage.
Yeah, Adam and Savage. The two guys, Adam and his friend Savage.
Adam and Savage, the carnival
two
you go
guys-
to see the pasta-eating rabbit.
The two guys from Mythbusters, Adam and Savage.
My favorite tag team of all time. Love me some Adam and Savage. Mythbusted was a hell of a finisher.
Oh shit! There's UFOs all over the map. Oh shit!
Why are you playing GTA?
Are you
Are you playing
fucking around with
GTA? We're
GTA?
doing the podcast.
I just
Turn it
saw it
off.
on my screen. A bunch of
Turn it
shit just
off.
appeared. Okay, I'll turn it off.
Turn it off. We don't want to know yet.
Spoilers.
Hey, I had a couple of things I wanted to go over today, if you guys didn't mind.
Go for it.
Yeah, let me
All
adjust
right.
my notes.
One of these things is, let me grab this. Why can't I click on this? You ever had that thing where you can't click on a thing? Open link. There you go. One of the things I wanted to share with you guys was a list I found. Do you remember recently I was talking to y'all about Baskin Robbins and the 31 flavors?
Yeah.
The original 31
absolutely.
flavors.
Yeah.
Well, I just stumbled upon a list on Reddit the other day. This is the list of the 31 regional hot dogs of the United States. From classic to Coney Island to Kansas City to Carolina style, Troy mini, whatever the fuck that is, everything bagel dog. There just happened to be 31 regional hot dogs and, coincidentally, 31 original ice cream flavors. I wanted to eat the 31 flavors of original ice cream together. What if we try to figure out a way to pair the appropriate regional hot dog with one of the original 31 flavors, and we try to find the perfect match for each one?
I don't know that just by nature, the hot dog goes with ice cream.
Well,
one
you get
to
dinner
one.
and a dessert.
Oh!
So not really paired, just one after the other.
Yeah, but you want the ice cream flavor out of the 31 that's going to be the most complimentary to the Coney Island dog.
Yeah, themed.
Yeah, there you go, Nick. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Nick's mad about one of them.
Yeah.
What are you mad about, Nick?
It's called a Texas Tommy, but it's from Pennsylvania. Get out of here.
It's pretty funny. Do you guys have a favorite looking at this
I'm
list?
scrolling through.
I know mine, like off the rip, like no hesitation.
There's some
Lava
weird
mustard?
shit.
White Hots? What the hell is that?
You guys ever had a Seattle dog?
No.
In all the years at PAX, you never had a Seattle dog, Jeff?
with cream cheese and sriracha sauce? No.
Oh, that's like, yeah, that's
right.
you're right. That's like your thing. Sorry. Seattle dog is so good. It is so, I love the Seattle dog so much. I think that's like number one for me, honestly.
I mean, I think my favorite's probably a Chicago dog, but this red snapper looks pretty good. This scrambled dog doesn't look bad. A Fenway Frank looks pretty nice. They all look good, minus a few weird
there's-
ingredients like fish cakes and the Philly combo. But
Yeah, I'm scrolling through to determine how many of these I like. I have 5. I have 5 of these that I would order.
Wow.
too coincidental that there's 31 hot dogs and
6.
31 flavors of ice cream. Like that just, it lines up too well. It feels like it was meant to be.
7.
And then we could have one for every day of a long month.
That's true. The 31 flavors of December or whatever.
What's the most hot doggy month?
July, probably.
Yeah, I think
Not
it
enough
might. I
days.
think
That's
it might
probably
be
the most
July.
ice creamy month as well.
Yeah.
So we'll have to bin off one of the dogs and one of the flavors.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we could just do 2 in one day.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like really get those numbers up.
And then by August, we're all dead.
We will, but if we do it before August 1st, we're really getting those 80 hot dogs up. You know what I mean? Like Jeff will definitely
Not a
go
race.
over the 80 just at the pace he's
Wow.
at.
We'll see.
Not a race.
It's not a competition.
It's slowed down.
Listen, we don't have to do this. I'm just saying, I think it's wild that there's 31 hot dogs and there's 31 flavors of ice cream. And it
Yeah,
just
that is
seems
a
too good to be
really
true.
funny combination of the two things. I think there's 8 of these I would order. The fish one sounds terrible.
What if we have to draft them?
Yeah.
Mm.
Dude, hot dog
And then we only have to
draft
do
is
4.
Pretty good.
What if we have to draft our ice cream as well? Maybe that's how we
Yeah.
handle this.
The first regulation double draft?
A double draft.
Hang on, I'm looking at the calendar. When can we do this?
Then we only have to have one hot dog ice cream pairing per week.
Yeah.
Dude, I want a ripper. Sweet relish mustard deep fried hot dog and a bun. New Jersey.
What do you guys? How's Monday looking for you guys?
It's looking like a draft day to me.
Yeah. Dog and cream draft.
Oh, this Monday?
I hate the combination of those words.
Yeah. What Monday did you think I was talking about when I said, "What does Monday look like"?
Doesn't matter. I'm free on all of them.
That's great.
See what I
That's
mean?
I love it.
See what I
That's
mean?
fantastic.
Man.
He's a rabbit.
Classic rabbit.
Antagonistic just for the love of
Yep. Yep.
Have you ever seen a weasel?
it. I don't think so.
I don't think I've ever seen one.
Do they
I
got
don't-
weasels at the zoo?
They might.
They got zoo weasels? I think weasels like might be cute.
Yeah.
I
yeah, they're
feel
at the
like
zoo.
the weasel. It's
They
only
look
like
kind of like
cartoons.
ferrets, don't
Oh
they?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that
yeah.
just
they
looks
look
like a
exactly like
stubby ferret.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
a ferret. Yeah, they look a lot
Yeah,
like
Oh.
I think
That's
what you're
great.
when you're thinking of like weasels, you're thinking of like Roger Rabbit or like
He's a rabbit.
Mr. Toad or whatever.
And
Like
then,
Mr.
isn't a mink essentially the same thing as well?
I think so. And like a stoat.
Like,
See,
yeah, like
when you
here's a
think
mink.
weasel, I think you think these guys with hats and cigars.
Oh
And
yeah.
that's not
Totally.
and that's not weasels.
Do weasels die if they laugh too much?
I don't know. Whenever I see a photo of a weasel, my brain does a weird thing where, in my mind, that's where they started with Pokemon. That was on the board of
The
like we're
weasel?
gonna,
Yeah.
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 It kind of looks Pokemon.
I think it probably started with rat. I think Pokemon probably started with rat. He's like, oh, what if I collect a rat? And his name is Rat Tat. And everyone went, oh, this might be a good idea. Do 150 of these.
How do you catch the rat? Well, you throw a ball. Throw the ball at the rat-a-tat. It really does sound like somebody just like tap dancing.
Yeah, it's a guy just kind of like vamping in an elevator pitch. And they're like, well, where do you find the rat? And he's like, well, you walk out of town and it's in the grass. Oh, are they hard to catch? No, they're everywhere. There's so many. There's like so many you don't fucking want them.
You pick one? No, you don't. But there's a Pikachu. There's a Pikachu. It's another rat thing.
There's a guy, he's like a lizard. Fire lizard Charmander. He spits fire. You can pick him.
That'd be fun to go through the original 150.
I was thinking about Pokemon the other day and thinking probably the biggest destruction of wealth that I've ever been a part of, like the most money I've
Yeah.
ever lost, was just opening my Pokemon cards as a kid.
Absolutely.
Like if I just for some reason
yeah.
accidentally forgot to open them, they sell for like hundreds of thousands of dollars, like an unopened original starter pack or whatever, booster pack. Holy shit. It makes me want to just buy one of everything and keep it and never use it.
I remember for my birthday when I was like maybe, I don't know, 6 or 7, maybe, probably younger. I have no idea. But I just remember getting a Charizard card from like the original set. It was like $70, and that was my big gift. And just thinking about like the value of that now is so funny to me. I have no idea where it is.
Oh, no.
Probably ruined it. Absolutely ruined it as a child. I was like, oh, it's a cool card as a kid looking through the thing. Those sell for so much now, those old ones. I saw the other day that they just, I don't know if it's new. The way the ad was presented made it seem new, that there's a Neopets trading card game now, which I think is so funny.
What is a Neopet again?
You never had a Neopet? It was imagine like the web-based version of Pokemon. Like Pokemon was big, and they're like, what if we do virtual pets that are like not exactly? It's the exact same Eric was describing of like, it's Doggo Man, Doggo, and it shoots fire, Doggo Fire Guy. Like it's made up tap dancing characters.
So made up, like just
and it
so. They look like shit. They're so
I was about
stupid.
To say, it
Look at
is
these
like
things.
web art of the early to late 90s.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
what
wow.
people went crazy for. And they look like these are terrible.
Mohawk.
There's so much nostalgia based in these things.
Wacky.
Yeah.
They all sound offensive for some reason.
Yeah. Oh, God,
Um,
these suck.
I just love the idea of somebody buying cases of the first run of Neopets trading cards, being like, this is going to be the next Pokemon.
Could be us. Jeff, you could hang on to some Neopets cards.
If only I had back when I was so into Neopets back in the day.
Oh, big Neopet guy, Jeff. Whenever I think of Neopets, I think of Jeff.
It was my passion.
He has an Akara tattooed on his left arm, and very few people know that.
If you asked me to pick a Neopet out of a lineup, or I'd get a bullet between my eyes, I'd pull the trigger. Like
The premise that a crime was committed and all the suspects were Neopets is so funny to me. Imagining an actual lineup of Neopets. Who stole this purse? Was it Akara? Was it possibly Corbat? Who could say? I didn't get a good view of the perk. What's the
What?
perp?
What's happening?
Perpetrator. So it'd be perp. Okay. I worked it out. I got there. Jeff opened Allen and Ginter cards recently. There's a new pack. We're talking about it. They have dog show. Chase cards. That's the word I was looking for. I'd love to get that. That'd be a fun thing to chase.
Where were you opening these?
in my office by myself.
Yeah.
I wasn't like streaming it or anything. I just bought a couple of the new Allen and Ginter cards came out, and so I bought a couple of hobby boxes, and I actually got a relic of let me see if I can find it. Hold on.
Yeah, you need to share it's fucking crazy, the relic that Jeff got. But they're doing Westminster dog cards, and the chase for it is ribbons of Best in Show that the dog has won as part of the card. I think that's awesome. I'd love to get part of a Best in Show.
I didn't get that, but I did get a relic piece of Miki Sudo's outfit, which she wore when she broke the world female hot dog eating record recently.
Jeff got a hot dog card.
I got a hot
autographed
dog relic.
hot dog champion.
It's not
card.
autographed. It's just a relic of, I guess,
it's just a relic?
the uniform this lady, Mika Sudo, won when she became the hot dog eating champion of the world.
That's still really cool.
Not bad. I'm not complaining about it.
For being in a hot dog year where you're counting dogs, I don't think you get better than that.
It was the first hit I pulled, too, when I opened them up, which is pretty cool considering. Here, I'm going to send a photo to you guys.
There's a photo that was posted. I never considered the concept of championship belts for hot dog eating, and I like that a lot.
Championship belts for everything, dude. You just hold them up. You can do anything to them. It's great. You got to have championship belts for stuff.
You're so right. The championship belt should be the standard for any accomplishment in life.
There you go.
If you get a raise at your job, it should come with a championship belt, representative of the race.
Oh, that's
you
cool. It is
Clothes on your
uniform.
house, so do you get a belt for it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a little piece of her shoulder, I guess. Her sleeve.
Andrew, you're talking about championship belts for everything. There was a crossover. I think it was last Halloween. And I don't remember what the purpose of it was or what the point was, but AEW Wrestling had a championship. They did it one and only time. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre Leatherface title.
That's so cool.
It was so awesome. And then it was like a Texas death match, and Jeff Jarrett won it, and he's all bloody, and it was like, so
fuck
cool.
yeah.
It's so awesome.
Do you think they changed to that theme after they clearly messed up the face of whoever they were originally trying to put on their belt?
It was supposed to be someone else, and they just went, sand it down, sand it down.
I had a new all-time dumb moment for my dumb era that I'm still in.
Ooh, I got one too. What's yours?
I had a realization. The mouse holes, they're made by the mice.
The mouse holes are made by the mice.
Who did you think made them?
I don't know. I just thought in cartoons, I just thought it was like a feature of the house. Like,
Oh,
I just thought it was something that the mice used.
Wait.
Like the architect goes around and is like, "No, ma'am, where would you like the kitchen mouse hole to be?"
Yeah, I thought it was like, I thought it was put there for a reason. I didn't realize it was just chewed out.
so how did you
board.
realize that the mouse hole was made by the mouse? What was the moment where it clicked?
I was watching Mr. Bean, the Christmas episode where he gets socks for Christmas and then he gets a bit of cheese for the mouse, and I was like, oh.
That is an insane thing to realize at this stage.
I'm
I was
36.
so baffled by what you're saying, by that the mouse hole was made by the mouse. I picked up the mouse on my desk and flipped it over and looked at the hole at the bottom. It was like, what is he talking about? Like it was the fact the house hole being mouse made is so like that did not cross because it's a given in my brain.
Yeah, I just never really thought about the origins of it when I was 8.
That's fair.
So you always knew as a kid that Jerry's hole, he made it?
Yeah,
You never see him making it.
he's a
No.
pest. They don't. Anytime they see him, they're trying to get rid of him. They don't want him to be there. He's hiding from them in the hole. Why would they put a hole for him to hide in the house?
Yeah, I just don't know why they didn't just plug the hole.
Yeah, because he'd make a new
I
one.
remember there was one where he used a saw once, I think, to make a new one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that there have been episodes where Tom tries to plug the hole, or like,
he's got a little
No, I mean, why didn't the
2x4
humans
it up.
plug the hole?
Well, I think the idea would be you just make another one. I never thought about it really either.
the
but
the human solution to plugging the hole was getting a cat.
representative of it being their home, so I associated it with the mouse. The mouse did that. It's their house. They're responsible for it.
I can kind of see where you're coming from because with some of this stuff, the mouse hole is so nice. And
Yeah.
then,
Very nicely done.
Yeah, but the mouse house on the inside is nice
Yeah.
too. It's got little furniture and a little lamp. And it's
Yeah.
got electricity.
sometimes he would decorate the mouse hole and put like
Yeah.
a door with the mouse hole.
I think that's what ruined my understanding of it, because a lot of the time as well, especially here, houses have weird shit in them, like a whole house vacuum hole.
What?
Like some houses just have plugs for vacuum.
You got that in America too, Nick, in older houses.
Some houses just have plug for vacuum.
Yeah, it's like built in.
Yeah, like there are houses, and they have it in America too, especially on the East Coast, where there's like a central vacuuming system under the house, and then where you have like floor registers for floor vents, you'll have just like a little metal thing where you can plug a vacuum cleaner like cable in,
I've
and then you can
never
just suck.
seen. What?
Yeah.
How come
Yeah.
my
Yeah,
house
it's-
doesn't have this?
I think it's an old thing. I think it's like yeah. You just have
Yeah.
the tube and you just plug it into these ports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't I have this? This seems so much better.
Probably because it doesn't
What?
work worth a shit and it's expensive and hard to maintain
Oh.
or something.
Oh, I didn't consider those things. I just saw it and I got excited.
It's old stuff.
I assume like if you have a clog, it's a pain in the ass. Like where is
Yeah,
it? Is it in the wall? Is it in the tube? Is it in the main unit?
I've
Yeah.
lived in a place that had one, and I never understood where it went, and it always concerned me.
Like,
It
it might
just seemed
come
like if
back?
something went wrong. Yeah, like where does the stuff go? Does it shoot outside? Where is it going?
Well, I assume there's a closet somewhere with the actual Hoover in it. I don't know. What if Dyson just reinvented it?
Yeah.
Just ports all through your wall.
I think it'd be exciting.
That could be fun.
Oh, it's
what
a
is
diagram.
It's
diagram.
it's a whole system that is tubing that goes down into your basement. And I guess that's why I've never seen this, because I don't think in my life I've been in more than 2 basements. It's got a collection canister and everything, and then a vent. But I don't know. Do you have to empty the collection canister? Because then
I was gonna say,
immediately I'm like,
never.
I'm out because I'm
Yeah.
already emptying a canister. I'm trying to get away from canisters.
I think you just empty it a hell of a lot less often than you would empty a vacuum cleaner
Don't
bag.
think we ever emptied the canister.
What
I need to. I'm going to ask you this.
you probably didn't, but I guarantee you the grown-ups probably did.
I don't think the grown-ups did. I'm going to ask some questions.
There's no way they didn't.
I think it just shot out the side of the house.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
You back up for 5 or 6 years and then you move.
Yeah, that would. Yeah.
Now here's the question: can you get one of these installed in 2024? Like, is it
I'm
it's
sure.
an existing technology and that exists in old houses, but is it still a purchasable thing?
It is. And you can find a lot of stuff, like whole stores for it, and Home Depot sells full systems.
Oh, yeah. Here we
Like,
go. The
it's full
OVO
on.
Central Vacuum.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's not, it doesn't look like the parts are necessarily expensive, but like having to run everything seems like it probably would be.
Yeah. Dang.
Oh, $3,200 to have one installed. I don't see any benefit in doing this.
No, wait, if I have to empty a canister still, no dice, baby.
Also, I'm still trailing around a big hose.
Yeah, the thing that kills it for me is you got to put another hole in your wall that's fucking noticeable. I hate all the plugs and shit that hang out of a wall.
Yeah, then a mouse might live in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
You
then
create-
he has his own little vacuum that hooks into your central vacuum, and you got mouse crumbs everywhere.
Okay, now imagine that it just depletes outside your house. It just shoots it out, and you're just launching your mouse out the house constantly.
Now
Vacuuming
that's
up,
an interesting
shooting
idea.
them out the side.
Sounds like a euphemism.
Yeah.
It
Dude, I was shooting the mouse out of the house last night.
It becomes Six Flags for all the mice in the neighborhood.
The premise of I'm gonna post a photo. I googled real life mouse hole. The idea that Gavin buys a house and then sees one and is like, wait, we got to talk to the realtor. They did not tell me that there is a mouse hole in this house.
Where's the ornate metal? Where's the little lamp?
Yeah. The mouse hole feature is lacking.
Gavin would be like, oh shit, I don't have permits for being a landlord. We gotta adjust this.
If it was, imagine if we could sell a regulation mouse hole plug.
Oh.
The problem is I don't think there is a regulation mouse hole.
There's no regulation size.
I would say
Yeah.
Jerry's mouse hole would be the regulation mouse hole.
Do we know how big it is? Has anyone ever done the math
Science,
to
Tom and
determine
Jerry.
the size?
I'm sure somebody has.
I bet you there is in some of the video games detailed information about the height.
Was there ever a live action Tom and Jerry?
Uh,
Live action, like Homeward Bound style, like with real animals.
there was a Tom and Jerry movie a few years ago.
Yeah, but
A live action
Yeah.
Tom and Jerry movie feels like something that Warner Brothers would have kept locked away for tax reasons.
Yeah, it sounds like something that would only be on Live Leak.
I bet you there's a real mouse hole in this that we could get the sizing from.
So, here are some of the characteristics of mouse holes. Size. Gnawed mouse holes are usually about the size of a dime.
Whoa, that's too small.
I don't see how Tom could have fit his head through a dime hole.
There's no way. It's got to be at least Tom sized.
Yeah.
I want Tom to be able to walk through and not hit his head.
You mean Jerry?
I'm sorry, Jerry. Yeah,
Because sometimes Tom would get his head stuck in the mouse hole.
it is true.
yeah.
I found a YouTube video called Cat TV Mice in the Jerry Mouse Hole 8 hours videos for cats. and look at, you have to see there's a perfectly
Cat They're in the mouse
He's
hole.
got the perfectly cut mouse hole. Oh my god.
Oh, that's great.
That's amazing. There you go. That's a regulation mouse hole right there.
I'm gonna snip a picture so that way Shelby can post it because it's fucking
I just
great.
found on Etsy somebody sells decorative mouse holes. Can you
What?
imagine walking into somebody's house and they just have that?
Gavin
It's
needs
the
that.
cartoon.
See, that's what I thought it was
That's
like.
what you need.
That's pretty cute.
Oh,
That's
man.
wild. I never even considered a decorative mouse hole. That really opens things up. Are there any other iconic mice that use mouse holes? It's Jerry's thing, right?
We're getting so many minutes out of mouse holes right
Well,
now.
I'm just like Mighty Mouse didn't have a mouse hole, to my knowledge.
What about the three blind ones?
I don't know about them.
I think their thing is that they couldn't find it.
Mickey Mouse doesn't have one.
Yeah.
No, he just has a house.
I Googled iconic mouse holes and It's not really giving me anything.
Does Stuart Little have one?
Oh, that's pretty good.
Okay, this is not to. How does the foxhole relate to the mouse hole?
Oh my god.
And is there anything between those two?
Should we have an animal hole draft?
Animal
Mole.
holes.
Where did the term foxhole come from?
Jesus.
Because it's not.
Well, foxes live in like a den, and I think they dig a hole, right?
Oh, do they also?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Foxhole.
And moles?
Moles are a good one. I would say
The
groundhogs.
den or burrow of a
The
fox.
first recorded
prairie
use
dogs.
was in a
Prairie
U.S.
dog?
Army report from I don't know 19 something, describing German soldiers building a hole in the ground sufficient to give shelter to 1 or 2 soldiers.
Yeah.
And they called it. They just
Here you
called
go.
it a fox's den or a foxhole.
There you go.
I'm
Break-
so dumb where I Googled fox home thinking I would find a house of a fox, and it's just a chain of stores called Fox Home. And all the images are just Fox Home stores.
Oh, awesome.
That looks AI. That doesn't even look
Yeah.
like a real store.
Dude, I found rabbits living in holes, so that's bringing it back around to classic Gavin stuff.
Rabbits live in holes?
Yeah, burrow.
Yeah, and
Right.
piles of trash and stuff.
Yeah, and they don't necessarily, like, usually it's like just a thing they dig it. Oh, it didn't send. It's just a lot of stuff where it's Gavin style, where you go, oh, it has a little lamp that they go and light, and they live underground in a fairy tunnel.
So I have a question, and this is probably in the same line of dumb as Gavin's. Do ants build the hill, or do they just dig into the earth from a
Sorry.
hill? Because ants do the anthill thing.
It's the mud removed from the ground.
Yes. It has to go somewhere. It's being displaced. So it go up.
Like a molehill.
So the answer is yes to both.
So you're asking, do they find the hill, the little mound, and then move into it?
That I wasn't sure if it was.
How would the mound get there?
Nature finds a way.
Hmm.
Stuff like you just I don't know. You come across things in the wild and it happens. I don't know how it happens.
So was that your dumb thing that you were going to say?
Yeah, I just no, it wasn't.
Oh.
It wasn't about anthills. My dumb thing was I'm a known Android phone user, as you know. Gavin loves it. He's a big fan of it. My mom uses an iPhone, and I got her. She was using an iPhone 6. The battery was fucked on it at this point because that is a very old phone. So as a gift, I got her a new phone, and she is not as tech incompetent as I am. She is a further down the line scale of that. So I was setting it up to give to her, and the primary thing for her is that she likes the ringer to be loud. And so I was like, I need to make sure it's not on vibrate. I need to figure out how to switch from vibrate to ringing, because in the iPhone 6, it's the flip thing, and she'd constantly flip it. So I need to make sure I understand how this works. And then I need to make sure the volume is loud. So I'm holding my phone, and I'm holding the iPhone in the other hand, and I'm going into settings, and I crank the volume, and I'm like, okay, I'll just test this. And so I call the iPhone, and it is very quiet, the ringer. And I can't figure out why. So I test it several times. Doesn't work. I then think, well, maybe the speaker on this just is broken. So I go into a YouTube video. I set up the Wi-Fi. And when I'm watching something, it's super loud. I was like, okay, so it's not that. So I call again, still quiet. Go into the settings, crank it. And it's so loud in the settings. It's perfect. But whenever I call it, it is quiet. And I can't figure out why. So then I go into a YouTube, why is the phone quiet? And I never knew this. Apparently, if you stare at an iPhone, it knows you're looking at it, and it deafens the ring because you're looking at it.
Oh, I didn't know
That is not a feature that I ever realized. So there was nothing wrong. I spent like 30 minutes trying to troubleshoot this thing. The problem was...
Is that true?
For the iPhone, the one I got, it is.
Never heard that before.
It's like the iPhone, whatever the last mini iPhone was, like iPhone 12 or something.
Yeah, 12 was like the last mini.
So it's shy.
What? What are you saying?
Oh my gosh, don't look at me. Stop.
Shy? Yeah, it is shy.
I'm ringing.
I just had never heard that before. I assumed that was just a dumb thing I didn't know, and that iPhone users all are like, yeah, that's
No.
how that works. But
no, I don't think you're done for that.
No, I don't think you're dumb for that either.
I spent so much time.
I think going on YouTube and searching "why is the phone quiet" is a very funny thing to type. Why is the phone quiet?
And let me tell you, the video was not helpful. It was 7 comments down. Somebody just wrote, "You're looking at it," and I put it down and I tried it, and then it was perfect.
Oh, wow.
That's
Why does it
fucking
ring
cool.
at all if you're looking at it?
I don't. It's very muffled. Like they reduced the volume. I don't know if it still works that way. But yeah, I didn't know that, and so that's if you're setting up an iPhone 12 mini and you're worried about the ring, you're looking at it, just put it down. It was just so funny to me that my problem was this: I was staring at it. That was the issue.
I would think it'd be the weirdest thing about that would be my phone is watching me look at it and then making decisions based on my eye contact with it.
Well, it's just like Face ID only works with your eyes open.
Yeah, it's weird.
I have a problem with the teriyaki phone that Gavin sent me,
The
where
soy
it
phone?
has anti-soy phone. Yeah, not teriyaki. I don't know why. I flipped that. It has
The
a
flip phone?
anti-butt dial thing where if you block the camera, it just won't let you unlock the phone.
Oh,
Unless
really?
unless you click like, nah, I'm fine with it. So there will be times I'm laying in bed and my face will be blocked or something by a blanket, or there's just some barrier. If there's any barrier, I'm trying to unlock my phone and it just will not let me.
That's
And
so
it is-
annoying.
It is an annoying, but like I'm sure you could just turn it off, no problem. But
Why? How are you going to unlock your phone in your pocket anyway?
well, I guess I don't know. They tried to solve butt dialing, I guess, and that's a solution.
But if
is
it's
to
locked,
just-
how can you I'm so confused by that feature.
You've never accidentally sent stuff that from a locked phone?
No, how do you do it from a locked phone? Does my ass know the code?
I guess that's a good point. I send things all the time to people whenever I'm getting up or whatever, and I'm just holding the phone. I need to lock my phone more. I'll make posts sometimes.
Are you putting the phone in your pocket while it's unlocked?
Let's say like I'm getting out
my
of
God,
bed or
yes.
whatever. I'll put the phone in my palm and it'll be unlocked. And I'll get up and I'll definitely back. Sometimes I'll end up on a thing I don't even know how I got there. It'll be
So
like a
it's
random video.
unlocked in your hand when you're not looking at it, but when you are looking at it, it won't let you do anything because it wants it to be locked.
Yeah, exactly. I have a weird issue. It's almost like a commitment issue, but it's not commitment. Whenever you guys send something on a phone and it says, like, let's say you're opening YouTube and it'll give you a prompt. You're going to watch this video. You're going to go on this link. It's going to take you somewhere. Do you want to open it this way? Yes, this time, always, or no? I never do always. I'm scared to do always on anything. Not scared. I don't trust it.
So say you log into your bank and it's like, hey, do you want to like have this be your main browser so we don't have to do 2-factor all the time? Would you press no? You still want to go through every step?
No, I will do it for the 2-factor. It's where it's like an app-based thing.
Okay.
So for an example, anytime, and we post Google Drive links all the time in our Slack, I will get a pop-up as the person who created the Slack. I don't know if it pops up for you guys. I assume no. That says, hey, do you want to integrate Google Drive within this Slack channel? Yes, no, ask me later. I always click ask me later because if I click yes and I don't want it to, or if I click yes and it does something I don't want, I then have to try to figure out how to disconnect it.
So you want the commitment to be after you know what happens.
What is it gonna do that you don't want?
I don't know.
Okay.
That's
It
the
gives
problem.
you that option every time, so surely after the second time, you know it's safe to go ahead and hit yes.
No, well, because I don't know how it will change things.
But this is also coming from the guy who lost your access to your own documents because you hid the sidebar.
I did what now? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I just didn't click that. It's like the 3 dots. I don't click the thing. See, that's the thing. I'm concerned if I hit yes, it will in some way I think in my head, it's always like it'll break the server or something will go wrong. That is a disaster.
It's gonna
And if
break the
It's
server?
giving you an option to break itself.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? Do you want to break the server? Yes, no, maybe later.
What do you mean break the
It's okay
server?
if you say no. We'll ask again next time you load this app.
Let me let me get a visual example. But I do it for everything. So it'll be like if I like, okay, I open a PDF of something. It'll have 7 apps that'll say, which one of these do you want to open with? I will click one, and it'll say, do you want to always open it via this? And I will never say yes.
But what if that's your favorite way to view the PDF?
Well, it's like, what if something happens to that app? Is where my brain goes. And then it just doesn't work. So I always click just this time. Every time. Every single time. I never lock. I have an issue of commitment with apps. I will not lock in.
Then just right click on it the next time you go to open it and go to open with, and then every app on earth that you can open it with will be
I'm on
available
my phone.
right there.
How do I right click on my phone?
Okay.
Yeah, take that, Jeff.
It's
Don't
not. That wasn't to take that.
look
I'm just
foolish.
saying. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I'm on my phone when I'm doing this 99% of the time. This isn't a thing that outside of Slack happens on the browser. I'm going to just ignore this. I can send it to myself, actually. So I'm sending it. Okay.
I can't wait for
Screenshotting.
whatever is about to happen. This is
Yeah.
great.
I'm screenshotting. So this is a visual example of what I'm explaining. So it says, this looks like a Google Drive link. Do you want to connect to Google Drive Slack? You'll be able to preview files, manage access documents, get notified about reply to comments, and see what new files are shared with you. Connect, not now, don't ask again. I've clicked not now every single time I've posted a file.
Just hit don't ask again, and then you never have to click it
But
again.
what if I actually want it connected? That's the problem.
Do you think that the option for that disappears as well?
Just hit not now every time and live that way.
Exactly. I was just
Well,
curious if anyone else does
Just
that.
No,
with their
nobody
stuff.
else on
Connect
earth. Nobody else on earth has commitment issues with prompts like you. Absolutely, you are
I
the only
disagree
person
strongly.
out of the only person out of 7.5 billion people on earth that goes through this mental trauma and struggle every time you do it. But
not-
you seem comfortable with it, so just roll with it, and it's not a big deal.
Don't. It's not that it's traumatic. It's just like I don't want to lock into a choice. Because if it goes
It's not-
wrong,
It's not making
permanent.
you. It's giving you the option every time.
You can disconnect it if you want to. After you connect it, you can disconnect it.
but then I'd have to figure out how to disconnect it, and that would become a
You
whole thing.
Googled how to make a read aloud. You can Google anything.
What? You Googled, you searched YouTube, why is the phone quiet? I believe in you. Also, there's a whole thing on the left side in Slack that says connected apps.
Where?
And then it's manage. And then you can set
Wait,
it
where?
up that way.
Where? Okay, so let's go through this as a group right now. Let's just deal with this problem.
It's not a problem.
To deal with the problem,
Oh, it went away. I got to send it again to
What's
myself.
the
Here's
problem?
Okay.
just say
so-
yes.
no,
Just
okay.
connect it.
Okay, but here's the thing. I click connect, right? So I do that.
Okay.
And then it says choose an account. Do I want to connect my personal account or do I want to connect the Regulation Pod Gmail?
Where does most of our stuff get posted from? Like who owns the QC stuff?
I don't even know how to. Technically, you, right? It's your account.
I think it's whoever posts to the QC channel.
So we
owns
would
that.
all connect our own accounts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jeff, how you
Slack
doing?
wants access to your Google account.
Andrew makes me want to take a nap sometimes. And right now, I just really want to take a nap.
I think you'll be surprised. I'm not going to say it's a majority, but I bet you there are more people than you think when asked, do you want to permanently lock in? Yes, no, or ask me later.
I bet there are more than you think, but I don't think any of them would think, well, I'm not going to have it always open with this app because something could happen to the app.
Well, it's going to break the server, Gavin.
Yeah.
It's just, it's a thing I click, ask me later, but I'm always,
Is there
I'm always
anything
asking.
in real life that everyone uses just fine, but you don't trust?
chicken wings.
Jeff, I want to take a nap.
I don't feel like I know how to eat chicken wings.
What fuck are you talking about?
Well, because whenever you see people eat chicken wings, they've got like I see people do like, oh, you twist the bone and the bone comes right out, or you bite this way. Like there are all these different techniques to eating chicken wings.
There's a bunch of different techniques to eating a banana too, but most people just do it the normal way.
But there aren't bones in a banana.
Put it in your
navigating
mouth and
around
fucking
bones.
eat.
I can absolutely eat a chicken
Have you
wing,
ever
but I
eaten a
feel like I'm
drumstick?
missing out. Yeah, but I don't feel like I'm doing it right when I do it.
There's no wrong way to eat. I don't think. I just said that, and now I don't know that that's true because of you. But I can't. I think that
I would
however
say
you.
choking is the wrong way to eat.
Yeah.
That would be a wrong way. But do you know what I mean? Like you see these videos of people being like, oh, you twist the thing and then the bone slides right out, or you bite this way and then you pull, and that's how you eat a chicken wing. And I just don't.
That's how those people eat a chicken wing. But that doesn't mean it's how you have to eat a chicken. There's people that do different shit on a bicycle than I can do too. But
totally.
I still ride.
So why don't we get you 3 chicken wings on a plate, and you have to eat each wing in a different way?
Maybe and we determine the most comfortable way for you.
It's not even a comfort. Like I eat chicken wings. I have no problem eating them. I just feel like I'm not doing it the right way. I feel like there's a more optimal way to eat these that I don't understand.
Do you do that with anything else, like shaving?
Shaving. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Let me ask you a follow-up question. Have you ever made an effort to figure this way out, an improved way to eat chicken wings, or are you just comfortable being uncomfortable?
I've seen videos of like you do the twist thing and the bite thing.
Have you ever attempted it?
No, I haven't. I need to.
Okay.
I really should. And it's not that like it's not that I'm avoiding these experiences because of it. I just, whenever I'm eating chicken wings, I feel like there's a better way to do this. I feel like I'm missing out on a process.
What about wiping your ass? Do you think you have that down?
Oh, yeah.
We covered that in such detail.
With Andrew's ass?
Yeah, he's a vertical wiper, remember?
Yeah, we've done this whole thing before.
Yeah.
I feel like that was the first 2 years of face.
Shaving was another one where I feel like you go against the grain, but you're not supposed to go against the grain. And I don't know.
What do you shave with? Electric shaver?
I have a beard. I don't know.
See,
how to shave.
Are you on TikTok, Andrew? Are you TikToking?
Well, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
This is why. TikTok tells you you've done everything you've ever done wrong. TikTok's like, no, you've been putting trash bags in the wrong way your entire life. You've been parking wrong the wrong way. You've been flossing the wrong way your entire life. TikTok is nothing but people showing you a different way to do shit you've been doing just fine for 49 years. They're convincing you you're doing it wrong. They're convincing you you're eating your chicken wings wrong. But as long as the chicken wing gets in your tummy and there's a smile on your heart, you're doing it right.
The smile on your heart is really good. I like that a lot. There is a smile on my heart when I'm eating chicken wings. Chicken wings are delicious.
I don't think one of those videos has ever made me change anything about what I do, though. Like, you always see, like, oh, here's a hack. You could tape a piece of paper to the wall under your drill so it catches all the wall dust. Or you can just let it fall on the floor and just back it up.
That is actually an interesting question of what are like internet. Have you adopted an internet life hack? I'm trying to think of if there is one for me.
Oh, I definitely have. God, I had one when we first moved into this house that I thought was a life hack, and then I realized it wasn't. Our front door wasn't, the key to go in was getting stuck, and Emily's like, oh, I saw this on TikTok the other day, and she went and she sprayed some WD-40 in it, and I was like, oh, that's a cool life hack, and then I thought, oh no, that's just how you use WD-40. It's just what it's fucking for. That's just using it for its prescribed fucking purpose.
You look at the can, and it's a picture of the can spraying in a hole.
Yeah, a lot of those life hacks are just that. I will say one that I've seen that I have used and I use continuously is when you get a roll of like saran wrap or aluminum foil, there's little tabs on the sides you can poke in that lock it into place so that it always slides right. And I never knew about those until I saw TikTok.
Oh.
Interesting. Maybe everyone should be on the lookout for like an actual life hack that they think is...
I mean, we're past our life hack era, but maybe it's time to go back.
I don't think we're ever past the life hack era.
We just haven't had one in a while.
I have one I've been holding on to for weeks. I've been wanting to tell you guys.
Oh, hell yeah.
If you don't mind, I'll do it right now.
Yeah.
Please.
I am, as time goes on, becoming less and less satisfied with Google and Google searching. Between the AI overviews and sponsored links and stuff. It's just getting annoying to find information. And I've realized that most of what I Google now is just local shit, like when does the dry cleaner close, or what's the menu for this Chinese restaurant I want to eat at tonight. And I stumbled upon this a while back. Then I didn't realize I was doing it. And then it struck me, I'm using it for this purpose. This is a great life hack. I have stopped using Google for anything Austin related, and I just use Google Maps. Google Maps will give you all the same information as a Google search, but without any sponsored links or any AI bullshit or anything. It'll tell you 99% of what you want to know. You can even Google like lunch, and it's like, or Google Map lunch, and you're like, here's every restaurant, here's their hours, here's if they're busy or not right now, here's everything I want locally, I get from Google Maps now.
Does it even give star ratings within the app?
Yes, and reviews and stuff sometimes.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that's a great idea. That is a great hack.
You'd be amazed at how much, it's just local specific, but how much anytime you want to do something locally and you feel a need to go to Google or TikTok, just try to get the information from Google Maps, and you may be surprised at how easy it is.
IP addresses are like regional, like they're within areas, right? Like that's how they determine those.
Yeah.
I'd love to be able to just like turn on, you can only see the internet within your IP address area. Like no outside news or information, or I think that'd be fun to just be like
subnet only.
Yeah. And I guess obviously people within your area are reporting on other areas, but just the idea of like, this is the perspective of those around my area, I think is interesting.
You'd want access to a Nanaimo intranet.
No, I don't actually. Now that you phrase it like that, I really don't. That sounds terrible.
You think it'd be pretty boring?
Good. Oh yeah, it'd be boring and weird and just not great as a whole. I have a little bit of a game. If you guys want to play a quick game before we wrap up.
Yeah. After we play a game, I want to pitch you guys on some merch, and then we can wrap up.
Okay. My game is I get, I'll scroll the Google News things or whatever, and I get clickbait. They love to post clickbait articles in those bars. And I rarely click them, but I always answer in my head what the answer would be, typically to make myself laugh. I've read a few of these, so I have the answer, but I was going to post these, and I wanted to hear what you guys think the answer would be.
Okay.
So the first one is Ninja's portable air fryer lets you cook full meals from anywhere, but there's a catch. What's the catch?
This game is awesome. This is
my brain. Whenever I read these, I just insert my own dumb thing and move on. I want to hear your guys' thing, but I've clicked these. I do have the answers.
Okay, I think it poisons your food. Like it's injecting microplastics into it.
Yeah, like a lead contamination.
Yeah.
It doesn't have enough battery life.
Doesn't have enough battery. Nick, do you have one?
It needs a plug.
Oh, I think it melts the container your food is in.
Yeah, it doesn't work with plastic.
I think the catch is that it's once assembled is bigger than a regular air fryer.
I bet the catch is it's like, but be warned, the food is so good you'll never want to eat anyway ever again.
Oh.
Okay, what is it,
I
Andrew?
like that. The twist is that this was written on a British website, and you can't buy it there. There's no. It's only available in the U.S. It's a pretty lame twist. The catch is not available in this market yet.
The catch is not for you. Fuck off.
Yep.
Meals from anywhere.
Okay, the next one is
But here.
why Tom Cruise regrets starring in Ridley Scott's 1985 dark fantasy epic legend.
What, is that like a list?
No, not a list. He has a reason.
One reason.
Why does Tom Cruise regret starring in 1985's Legend?
Maybe it's the most prevalent shots of his middle tooth.
Oh, man. What else came out in 1985? Could he have been in Back to the Future?
Yeah, because he had to turn down something else.
Yeah, that's going to be my guess, is that he
That's
could have been in
mine
Back
too.
to the Future.
Yeah.
I was going to say it led to him being cast in Interview with the Vampire.
He would have played Paul Atreyu or whatever in Dune.
Yeah.
Kyle MacLachlan got it instead. Atreides, not Atreyu. Sorry, Atreides.
The reason it was lack of creative control. It was the last film he said that he agreed to do despite having creative issues with it, but he just trusted the process and he would never do that again. I guess when he worked on that, he followed that up with Top Gun and he worked on the script before agreeing to make it and said that if they didn't come to a place where they liked it, even after working on it, he would just back out and that they could then have a more finalized idea what that movie would be. So that's the last time he didn't have creative in some capacity.
Huh.
Up until Eyes Wide Shut, I assume I highly doubt that he would have much creative control.
I think it would be so cool to see him give input in that movie. Here's what I think. Oh, yeah?
Last one.
Okay.
Canadians split on handing out Halloween candy this year, and there's a poll as to why. What is the leading reason as to why Canadians are not giving out Halloween candy?
Ooh.
Candy cane shortage.
You give it a lot
Candy
of
corn
candy
shortage. Candy corn.
The peanut butter guy saying a candy cane is weird.
Because the rise of Canadian obesity. It's like a health thing.
I'm going to say because of the American election.
Oh.
I'm going to say a Jif peanut butter shortage.
Jif peanut butter shortage. The answer is just it's too expensive.
Oh, it's economy.
It's economy. Don't want to spend the money on it.
Andrew, this is a very good game.
Yeah, this is a great game. Fucking
I'll
awesome
continue
game.
to actually read these reasons. The funniest one, I think, by far is you can't buy it here. That's the catch.
There's one catch to this crazy new invention.
You can't use it here.
Unavailable.
Crazy.
The audience that we're writing this for, that I'm telling you about the existence of this product, can't use it. Don't even bother. Don't try.
I wonder if you could put like a full English breakfast in there in raw form and fry the entire thing at once.
Sounds like you have a thing to test.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah,
I mean,
seems
you
like
can
we
get
need
it
to-
here.
Luckily, we can get one here. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Well, that was a fun game, but I want to hear about Jeff's merch pitches to round us out for the day.
Oh, right. And then maybe one little supplemental idea that I had as well. Last week I was enamored by the idea of the idiot flag. I thought that was so fun. So I went ahead and made one just to give you guys
Hell
an
yeah.
idea of what it might look like. And then I thought that was pretty cool. But I thought maybe if you want to class it up a little bit, we could have an idiot pennant, which I think is very nice too.
I love an idiot.
I
pennant.
love the idiot pennant as well. For anyone who's just listening, it just says idiot.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah. Go to the YouTube version. I'm sure it'll be in there. But God, that idiot pennant is really,
So what would
really
that be
good.
on? Would that be on the side of a building?
Yeah,
What?
or your bedroom or behind your head
Wait,
when you're playing
wait.
video games.
Wait. Are you talking about the flag or the pennant, Gavin?
The second one.
The pennants don't have to be very big.
They just go on a wall.
Yeah. You can just put them on a wall.
I'll show you right now. Hold on.
That would look great on a plane wing.
Here, Gav, I'm going to send you a pennant. I have one on my wall right now, so you can see what it looks like.
Yeah, usually they're not too big.
So that was
That's
that
such a good idea.
Then this is what I've been chewing on for a while, and I thought it would be better just to present you guys with a cover of it to see what it would look like. We've been talking for a long time about Andrew's 20,000 things. We joked around about wanting to make it a 20,000 page book on Amazon, right? Because you get paid by the page. And now we have self-published. We made Celestial Glorbosus of Peace and Poimals and have self-published that through Amazon Unlimited. I know the process. I know how to do it now. I feel like that's an ability we have. What if we said, fuck it, and we finally got serious about it, and we made this book, 20,000 Things, a regulation collection. And on one page is one of Andrew's 20,000 things. And on the page facing it is one of us drawing it from memory. And between the five of us, we draw 20,000 things. And it's just like a coffee table picture book.
So
I think that's funny,
okay.
but so much work.
Okay, here's the thing. I think that's a lot of fun. I think it's really good. What I think you're counting on, Jeff, unfortunately, and this isn't you overthinking it or anything. I think you're thinking of it like he's a normal man who listed like cat, flag, house. He listed Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2.
And you're going to have to draw that from memory. And I think that's going to be really funny.
And then after that, it's going to be Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, the disc. Tony Hawk Pro Skater, the cover.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah, but we'll split it up so you're not drawing too much Tony Hawk yourself. Each person would have to draw 5,000 things.
I wonder if we can get some regulation listeners to become regulation illustrators for the book.
We could potentially do that too. We'd have to worry about licensing and rights and stuff and work all that out.
Like hell, actually. But
yeah, it's the thing that happens in 4 years where they go, I drew this thing for the book. And now I'm suing them. And it's like, why didn't we just draw Tony Hawk American Wasteland ourselves?
Exactly.
I assume it could just be a little waiver, a little PDF. Open it up in whatever app you prefer.
Mm-hmm. You want a little preview of the last 6 things I've written on my list?
I do. I think that's a great idea.
And when was this?
And can you tell us what numbers they are?
I'm not going to say numbers.
Oh.
I'm just going to tell you what it is. Willy Wonka, hemorrhoids, Tums, stomachache, juicy fruit, poisoning.
This
They're my
We
last
should
6 things.
each take one and open Microsoft Paint.
Amazing.
Now, I'm going to say egg on my face. I was thinking of physical objects and not concepts, such as poisoning.
Or
Tommy.
Dave Bautista, the concept, which is like 10 up from Willy Wonka.
Should we all draw one in Paint?
Yeah. Andrew,
All right.
assign each of us one of those 6.
Assign it right
Okay.
now. We'll edit out we should have like a timer.
Yeah.
Hang on. I'll get a timer going. How long should the timer be? How long should we have? Should we just have 2 minutes to do this?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm assigning you each one.
Yeah. So assign it
Okay.
to us, but don't start until the timer starts, and I guess I can share my screen for it if you want me to.
Okay.
Okay, Andrew, who is doing what?
Let's do Eric, you're doing poisoning.
Okay. Okay.
Gavin, you're doing juicy fruit. Jeff, you're doing stomach ache.
Okay.
Nick, you're doing Tums.
And what are you doing?
Oh, sweet.
I didn't know I was doing one of these.
You
What
gotta
am I
do it
doing?
There's 5 of us. We're all doing one.
What do I use to do this?
I'm
Paint?
using jspaint.app.
Okay.
You guys, let me know when you're ready, and then we will have 2 minutes. I have a timer that I'm
Okay.
sharing my screen on right now, so everyone keep an eye on it.
I will be doing hemorrhoids, I guess, based on the order.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I didn't realize that's part of this. I thought you guys were just doing it. Okay.
We were all. I thought
mean,
the
I
whole
said
thing was
we
that
would
we were
no,
all
yeah.
gonna do.
You clearly, like, I 100%. I'm not saying you didn't describe it. I was just taken aback by my list. I was reading it and going through some of the more recent things. Okay.
Checks out.
Okay, are you guys ready?
Yes.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, start. Okay,
All right.
who will be going first?
Mine's shit. I can go first if you want.
Great, go for it. Gavin, what was your thing?
Juicy fruit.
Okay, juicy fruit. And Gavin, show us juicy fruit.
Oh,
It's pretty good.
That's
Wow.
great.
Oh,
Yeah.
That
no.
belongs in a book.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's
See,
pretty
that's
good.
what I'm talking about.
So it looks, it's like a canister, like a fruit juice dispenser
Yep.
with fruit in it
Yeah. A fruit crushing
Filling up-
machine.
or gum.
Yep.
And you wrote or gum below it. You got a green apple in there.
I could fill the
orange.
lemon and the orange, but then it wouldn't let me fill anymore.
Oh, that sucks.
I will say this. I'm not feeling seeing Gavin's makes me feel even worse about mine. So let's do somebody else. Let's make me feel
Let's
a
see
little bit better.
Nick's.
Okay.
What was your
Here we
concept,
go.
Nick?
Oh no.
That's great. That's
really
really
good.
great, Nick. That's great. It's
Yeah.
like a
So good.
sack of Tums.
Yep.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
Yep.
One of the Tums is hollow.
Yeah. It that one fell apart in the box.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I got poisoning, which again is difficult for me to understand as a concept of how but I had to go with poison.
That's
Oh,
But-
very good.
But here's
That looks great.
thank you
And
you
the
so
stink
much.
in there.
Yeah, what I'd like to do is figure out a way to turn it sideways. Like if I could rotate it, I feel like that would, because then it's like, oh, the poison is being dumped. But I don't know how. Oh, actually, Wait. Oh my God. Oh, boys.
Yeah?
Guys. The concept of active
Sideways?
poisoning.
There you
Hell
go.
yeah.
Active poisoning. It's coming out at you. Active poisoning is occurring.
So it is.
Like a squeeze bottle of poison.
Yeah, it's a squeeze bottle with X's and a skull and green
Yeah.
on the bottom.
Yeah. It
Looks like poison to me.
looks like poison. Jeff,
Some
what
pretty
do you
good
got?
poison.
I got stomach ache. Now, I will say, I would like to have made my line a little thicker, but I didn't have the
It's pretty
time to
good.
understand the program. So I have a man, he's going, and he's clearly holding his tummy with his hands, and there's stink lines all over to illustrate the stress that he's feeling in his stomach region.
I think that is great.
Thank you. And he's got a camel toe as well for some reason.
I like you gave his crotch a little bulge.
Good for him.
Oh my God.
Okay. Well, I would like to note that I did not use a mouse. I used a trackpad, which made this.
What?
I don't have I have a mouse on my laptop.
But you have a separate keyboard for your laptop, but you don't have a mouse.
Well, the keyboard is built into the laptop. My other keyboard is connected to my other Mac that is next to it, and my mouse is with that Mac. So I had to do hemorrhoid using a trackpad.
Oh no.
So this is Hemi. There's a little bit of a drop off with the trackpad. There we go. So
What?
So that, as Jeff said, not familiar with the app, so there was some panicking and thickness
Yeah.
and trying to make it a certain shade. There also wasn't necessarily a good flesh color of the default wheel, and I couldn't figure out how to open the range of colors, so we went with what was available.
That looks more like a juicy fruit than mine.
It is clearly a butt, as the word and the arrow pointing to it indicates. I did not know what shade to do for a butthole, so I made it black. I also didn't know what to do for a hemorrhoid. I assume it's the same color as the butt, but then how do you represent? It should probably be a slightly different shade, so I went with red.
Yeah, I think that's good. It's inflamed typically.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
It's an angry one.
Black for a
It's real,
butthole.
real grumpy. Yeah, I didn't know what else to do. What color is a butthole?
Like pinkish brown, brownish pink.
I only had like bright
It's a
pink.
scary, confusing program he'd never used before in his
Yeah.
in his defense.
Well, not scary or
I'm
confusing.
right there with him.
Well, we are now. I mean, boys, we only have to do 19,995 more drawings, right?
Yeah,
Essentially.
perfect.
I mean, we're
I like
just
they're
about
they're
there.
all related. You could tell a story with these. It's like he
Yep.
poisoned himself with juicy fruits and had a stomachache, so he took some Tums. It's like were you just
Yeah.
having a problem that day?
While you were watching Willy Wonka.
I don't know how I got there. A lot of it doesn't. It's. Can I?
I'm not saying this is a book we'll get done tomorrow. He's not even close to his 20,000 things. I'm just saying that while he's working on it in the background, we could all also be working on it in the background. And then when it's done, we could have a magnum opus to sell that I think would delight not only the lover of word but also of picture.
We also have some Patreon members who have contributed, right, to this
That's
list.
true. Yep,
That's true.
that's accurate. This is fun.
Yeah, this
Great
is,
idea, Jeff.
We did it. Hell
Thank
of an
you.
episode, boys. This is good.
Thank you.
Jeff, wrap it up for us.
Yeah, I would. I had another thing I wanted to get pitch you guys for, but I guess we'll do it next week. Just don't let me forget to pitch you guys on a new supplemental game idea I have for us that I think would be a lot of fun. You audience, you'll have to come back next week to find out what we're talking about. They don't know either. I'm the only one that knows. A lot of pressure on me if this is a mediocre idea or a bad idea, and I've left it off on a cliffhanger. Jeff's gonna look like a real dickhead. But if it's a good idea, if it's an awesome idea, then I look prescient, like I don't know, like in the science fiction way. We'll see you next week. Regulatreon.com is the website to answer any and all questions you may have globally, locally. Get those answers from Google Maps. Bye-bye.
Bye.